Ladies and gentlemen, my name is TotalBiscuit. Randuin Rin was a classic, wasn't it? Well, with Goblins vs. Gnomes, it's become even more interesting. Let's take a look at it. This is Randuin 2 Electric Boogaloo, as seen in the crushing defeat that Noxious was served at my hands. This is a variant on Randuin Rin with a bunch of new cards from Goblins vs. Gnomes. Well, with Randuin Rin in the first place, it was kind of a bit of a desperate deck because you had to throw in almost all the random cards you could get. It didn't even matter if they were any good, you just kind of tossed them in there. But now with Goblins vs. Gnomes, you've got a bit more chance to play around with it and make some cool things happen. So, Priest is the best for random, as always, because it has Mind Vision and Thought Steal. Both of these are really fun cards that will grab a bunch of stuff from the opponent's deck at random. So, perfect, really, for the whole random thing. And we got ourselves some Knife Jugglers, Random Knives, Mad Bombers, Random Bombs, and the Recombobulator, which I have been itching to try. This is an absolutely amazing minion. It transforms a friendly minion into a random minion with the same cost. So, potentially, this is great. And it's got some really nice synergy with some of the more expensive stuff that has a really good battle cry, but maybe not such a good body, like, say, Blingtron, for instance. That's a good example. It's a 3-4 for 5. That's terrible, right? Well, it's because the battle cry equips a weapon, which is why it's so costly. But you turn that thing around and suddenly maybe that thing's an Azure Drake or some other nice 5-cost minion. It could be anything. So, Recombobulator is hilarious and can be used in a wide variety of different cool situations. Shadowboxer, brand new Goblins vs. Gnomes card for the Priest. Whenever a character is healed, deal 1 damage to a random enemy. It's nice. You know, you're going to heal yourself every once in a while. I think that this works better, obviously, in a more heal-centric deck, because you can do a lot more damage with it, but it's still a nice little random thing nonetheless. It's a nice counterpart to Knife Juggler. Thought Steal, oh yeah, we love that. And Mind Control tech, of course. Steal a random minion if your opponent happens to have 4 or more, why not? Tinkmaster Overspark, the master of randomness. Transform another random minion into either a Devilsaur which will eat you, or a Squirrel which probably won't. So, that's a nice one. And it's some of the only really reliable hard removal that this deck has, which should be indicative of just how unreliable this deck is. Mind Games. Put a copy of a random minion from your opponent's deck onto the battlefield. That is always fun. And Piloted Shredder. Both Piloted Shredder and Piloted Sky Golems. Do love these. I've got all of the Shredders, including Sneeds, in here because, hey, that's 5 cards that summon other random minions. You never know what you're gonna get. Life is like a box of spiky, shreddy chocolates. And then we've got Bomb Lobber, which is maybe the least random thing. And you might think, well, that's random. Deal 4 damage to a random minion. Yeah, but 90% of the time, you're playing this sort of board that only has 1 minion. So it's actually very reliable. And of course, it synergizes well with Recombobulator, because that's a 3-3 body for 5. That's terrible. Recombob that, and suddenly it's a little bit more useful after you've tossed your bomb out there. Matter Bomber, absolutely. We've had him on the board before with the Michael Bay deck. He makes a reappearance here. 1 Stampeding Kodo, couldn't fit 2. Just because I want an extra legendary in there, so yeah, I mean, it's always nice to have. This is a nice card in pretty much every situation. It's pretty reliable. Piloted Sky Golem, as we saw before, and then our 3 legendaries to cap us off: Sylvanas, Windrunner, Ragnaros the Firelord, and Sneed's Old Shredder. Not too shabby at all, is it? I think if I was going to add anything to this deck, it would maybe, just maybe be... I don't even know if I'd add him, honestly. I'm thinking about a Nat Pagal, but since they changed Nat Pagal, it's really not worthwhile. So I'm not 100% convinced on putting that one in there, but maybe I'd take out a card for a Nat Pagal just to get a bit of extra draw. But you got 2 Mind Visions and 2 Thought Steals, so while you might not be drawing from here, you're getting stuff from other places, like Piloted Shredder and Blingtron and Piloted Sky Golem and Sneeds. They're all bringing on minions that don't require cards, so you not having a card advantage is maybe not as important as it might otherwise seem in another deck. Alright, Randuin is going to take to the battlefield. Let's see what it manages to do. Hopefully something interesting, I would imagine. It's won a few games so far, honestly. It's not an awful deck, but obviously it requires some pretty skillful dice rolling. As you're well aware, Hearthstone is a very skillful game. Huge skill cap on that. Far more skillful than any other esport. Definitely no dice rolling or coin flipping involved. Oh, no. Absolutely not. What a great esport. Let's begin by kicking the living snot out of this Shaman. Or we will attempt to kick the living snot out of the Shaman. Right. Mad Bomber, Mind Control Tech. Well, don't like this early game, because obviously, when are you ever going to get 4 minions early game? It's still a 3-3 drop, but if I've got another 3, I'd rather keep that. Tink Master, I might keep that in hand. Mind Games. Yeah, alright, that's not terrible. So we're hoping for a 1-drop coin Mad Bomber. That would be good. Oh, we get a Mind Vision as well. So if he doesn't play a 1-drop, then we'll play Mind Vision instead. And we'll hold on to our Mad Bomber for later. Maybe we can do a turn 3 Mind Games. Let's see. What do you got for us? A Murloc Raider. Guess what's going to explode? Is this a Murloc Shaman deck? I actually have not seen many of those. I think people suspected that they would have a few. Because, hey, oh, that couldn't have been better. There we go. That's a good start. Now I'm going to get punished. Karmic Retribution is coming my way after luck like that. But regardless, I think a lot of people thought, hey, Murloc Shaman. Gonna be great, right? You got a Murloc Legendary. That's fine. That went 2 for 1. I can't complain. You got a Murloc Legendary. You've got all sorts of great stuff in there. And, of course, you've got that new Shaman Murloc card. Oh, what do we got? Oh, nice. Okay, we know he has a Lightning Storm, so I want to be a little bit careful about flooding the board. And now we have a Lightning Storm, which is amazing against Murlocs. So, it might not be a Murloc deck, but having seen him play 3 Murlocs in a row, it is looking significantly more likely every time that it is. So... Don't usually see that. It's kind of neat, though. Look at that. It's a 3-4 Hungry Crab. I did consider doing that at times. I think we'll just heal here. I'm not going to drop the Tink Master on that. I did consider doing that with a Murloc deck. It's like, hey, you attack with the Murloc, and then you eat the Murloc for 2-2, and... I don't know if that's value, really. Like, yeah, okay, he gained effectively 1 stat, but he gained it on 1 creature. Is that a good thing? It's a Wind Fury Crab. What is this deck? This is an odd one, I gotta say. Alright, well, I wish I had my coin, because Mad Bomber might be alright here. Alright, where do I want to go? I think it's probably going to end up being a Mind Games. Tink Master's not a great bet here. Lightning Storm could kill that, but it overloads me next turn, making me useless, and it doesn't kill a Hungry Crab. So, we're hoping for a taunt, I suppose. Not quite what I was after. Well, that is a Wind Furied Hungry Crab. That is not something you see every day. I have to admit, that is quite amusing. So we're hoping for Mad Bomber to fix things a little bit later, or for him to flood the board and we can maybe throw down the Mind Control Tech or the Storm. But this is going to do a lot more damage. I mean, he's got 9 damage on the board right now. That's going to sting, no doubt about that. Totem comes down. Let's see if he throws down another minion. That would be lovely. I wonder if he thinks that I've got his Lightning Storm. He's right, I do. This is not helpful either. But the bombs are looking... I mean, the bombs are not that great, because we're still dealing with that 2-2 there. We can knock it over with the 3-3. But, oh, he's going to trade it. Okay. So, the likelihood of the bombs killing that Hungry Crab is not very high. Tink Master 50-50. I would rather have a 5-5 Devil Saw than a Wind Fury 3-4. But it's a 50-50 on what it changes. If it changes this into anything, then he gains value and I'm in a lot of trouble. That said, Mad Bomber is unlikely to kill that statistically, so I think we have to roll the dice on the 50-50. It's Randuin after all. Throw caution to the wind! Well, I mean, I guess it could have been worse, right? Do we change the Tink Master with a Recombobulator? Yeah, let's get some bodies on the board. We need to stop this before it gets a little bit too wild. That's better. I mean, that trades for the 3-4, assuming he doesn't have a way to deal with it. He'll probably Lightning Storm me now, though. So, I still can't see this being incredible. We don't have an answer to this. I'm hoping he Lightning Storms, then floods the board, and maybe we can throw down Mind Control Tech, but he doesn't have a lot of mana. Okay, Lightning Storm? Or is he going to hold it? I say Lightning Storm is good value here. That looks like he's going to play it. Yep, there we go. Alright. So, I lose both my things. Probably shouldn't have played the Recombobulator knowing he had that. That was maybe a bit silly on my end. And I may lose this game to a Wind Furied Hungry Crab. It is entirely possible that that will happen. In fact, it's actually very likely. I have no way to deal with it. It just, he keeps rolling taunt totems. This Hungry Crab. This is a very strange deck here, but hey, it's working. Gotta give him credit for that. Alright, we have to trust in Bomber, savior of all, I think, here. And I don't think that's gonna work. Lightning Storm would get rid of this, but it wouldn't get rid of this. We could put down Juggler. Okay, I think Juggler Storm is probably a better bet at this point. And then at least we've got a way to kill it. Assuming he doesn't roll up yet another Taunt Totem. Huh, my UI's going a little bit wild at the moment. I'm going to take another 6 damage. Well. There you go, folks. That was a loss to a hungry crab. Hope you enjoyed that. I didn't. You gotta laugh, though. You gotta laugh at something so absurd. Well then, Hungry Crab MVP, I suppose. That was devastating. I'm trying to think back, how could I have done any better there? Well, I think maybe throwing down the Lightning Storm earlier and just getting really pushy. Maybe just trying to kill that thing off even if it was inefficient, because that thing did literally kill me. Like, it did 28 damage to me. But, I mean, otherwise, I didn't really have the answers, so hey. Good mind games would have been nice, but, you know, we summoned a 3-3, which wasn't great. Okay, we'll keep the Shadow Boxer, keep the Thought Steal, toss the Mind Control tech. But yeah, that's a game you gotta giggle at. Like, there's no point getting salty over a game like that. In fact, you gotta respect the guy. You gotta respect the crab in that respect, because that is quite an achievement. I hope he's very happy about that game. He got a grin out of me, and I hope that made his night. That's the way to approach Hearthstone, in my opinion. It's easy enough to get salty, especially if you go up against net decks, but it's really cool to go up against things that are a bit unusual and actually end up working out. That, I think, is the awesome part of Hearthstone, and I'm always frustrated when I run up against these optimal net decks of rank 20s that are obviously just hanging around to get their card back and deliberately smurfing games. That's kind of irritating. But hey, if you can't deal with RNG, you can't deal with the swings and roundabout. I was about to say the swings and roundabouts of outrageous fortune. I'm pretty sure that's a horrible Shakespeare misquote, but never mind. You get the idea. Swings and roundabouts of outrageous fortune. Ugh, my English literature teacher was around here right now. He'd be clipping me around the ear. Well, okay, I guess. I guess he's going back to play Soulforge. Stat. There you go. Actually, I haven't played that game. That's something I should consider having a look at, but I think once you're into one card game, it's a little bit difficult to get into multiple card games. I want to play Pokemon, I want to play Hex, I want to play Soulforge, I want to play Scrolls again. I want to play Infinity Wars. There's so much. I don't have the time. I don't have the time. I'm terrible enough at Hearthstone without being terrible enough at other games. Okay, then. Well, let's get back in and see what we can come up with. A Paladin. All right, that should be interesting, I hope. That's a pretty nice opening hand. That I can't really complain about. Cool. Yeah, I'm just going to stick with it. Maybe I should replace one Mind Vision with a 3-drop, but knowing what's in his opening hand, which is probably going to be pretty good for early game since he mulliganed a little bit. I mean, oh, get the Consecrate? That's delicious. Gotta love that one. Cool. And then if he throws down a minion, we can put down the Mad Bomber. Which he's not going to do. So we'll probably Mind Vision again. See what else he's got. Event. Oh, that is nice. All right, so we know he's got some pretty cool removal, and now we have it too, so that's great. Let's see what he coins into. It is a Thrallmere Farseer. All right, well, the Mad Bomber is not likely to kill it, but it's a play. Might as well. Get something on the board that'll kill it. He probably swings for 4, and then we just eliminate it. Alternatively, he throws down a bunch more stuff, and we get to consecrate it. There is potential here. He's going to go face. Okay, so we can actually wipe this out, and actually keep our Mad Bomber, so this is pretty good. Yes, we took a lot of damage, but we can heal some of that, and with the Consecrate, we get to get a 3-for-1. And he's saying 3-for-1? That's only 2 minions. Yeah, but he played his Blessing of Might as well. Bit of a cheap card, obviously, but we eliminated a card, and we kept board control, and that Micro Machine is dead, unless he does that, which, unfortunately, he did. Okay, well, no Avenging Wrath for me yet. We could Recombobulate. That doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm thinking Mind Games is probably the way to go here. I'm a bit worried about this thing, but we have Avenging Wrath next turn. So we take, what, 3 damage, then we Avenging Wrath and everything dies. Let's see what we get from Mind Games first. Well, that's not brilliant. Okay. Never mind. Okay, so we trade that out, and we see what he decides to play to the board. Hopefully a bunch more stuff, and then we throw Avenging Wrath at him, which should hopefully kill everything he's got. So, put some Weaklings on the board. I'll be happy with that. Secret coming out as well. Alright, that doesn't affect Avenging Wrath. We'll take 3. It's not too shabby. And we should be able to eliminate his board presence now. Almost like not sure if I want to Avenging Wrath this, but I have no efficient way of getting rid of the Micro Machine, and I've died to Micro Machines on more than one occasion, so I have no intention of allowing that to stay alive. So we can kill that and everything else he's got. And that is probably a get down. So I'm gonna hold for a while, because that's probably a noble sacrifice, and I would certainly rather not lose my Micro Machine to that if I don't need to. Cobalt Guardian. Okay, that is a rarity. We don't see that very often. I would like to kill it, and I just got a Bomb Lobber, which will allow me to do that, which is just lovely. So, that's a very expensive card that it only really works in a mech deck, as you probably noticed. And I think we're just going to recom here again. He'll probably go face. But I'm almost sure that that's a get down, which means that I can't really fight it with the Micro Machine. Mimiron's head! Alright, hi. We actually could Mimiron's head here, but he's going to trade the 6-1 into it, I have no doubt. There's no way he's letting a Mimiron's head live. Not in a million years. Because I could throw down Sneeds, which would allow me to pull that off and get Voltron, but there's no way. Doesn't let that live. But that's fine if he gets rid of his 6-1. Which he will, I imagine. He did not. Of course he didn't. He doesn't have to. Alright, well that's a bit unfortunate. We can eliminate the get down now, but we can't eliminate the Cobalt Guardian, which probably means we're very, very close to dying. Num. Not good. Probably throw down Rag. If we pop the shield and throw down Rag, we have a 1 in 3 chance of killing the Cobalt Guardian. That's not good odds. But we don't have an... Or we kill that and we Tink Master. That's probably the best bet. Worst case scenario, it does 1 less damage. That's not going to work, though, because that's a noble sacrifice. Damn it. None of this is good, because I'm dead next turn, and I don't think I have an answer. It's going to rely on the Rag, and the Rag's going to have to kill the Flying Machine, otherwise I'm dead. Because that is a noble sacrifice, and I can't break it. Or we throw down the Tink Master and hope for the best. Do we trust the Tink? I think we gotta trust the Tink. We really do. Alright, Tink. Do it. Well, I mean, it saves me. But, I mean, not in a brilliant way, I suppose. Alright, we're gonna have... Wait, it's not... It's an Avenger! Oh, no! I was bamboozled! I thought it was a noble sacrifice. It wasn't. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a reason for the phrase assumption is the mother of all fuck-ups. Oh. I'm thinking back. Did I miss... I mean, obviously I misread it, but did I misread it? Like, did I actually attack something and should have known? No, I don't think I did. Oh, man. Shouldn't have made an assumption. Should have tested it earlier. I didn't want to lose the Micro Machine. And really, I should have. I should have just... Damn it. Oh, wow, that was ugly. Okay. Alright, well, this is not a brilliant start. Not a great one, but we can come back from this. It's okay. It's got murdered by a Cobalt Guardian and a Squirrel. Hey, whatever. Alright, Priest on Priest. This never goes poorly. Well, that's going to be a toss everything. Okay, much better. Mind Vision, yep. Can't complain. Man, I got some good stuff as well, and I still lost. Yeah. A weird aggro Paladin thing. What do we get? Well, there is always that risk. I suppose we hang on to that for a turn 4 Bomb Lobber. That's probably value. Chances are he's not going to play anything that could survive that. Okay, Clockwork Gnome is going to die. That's great. Well, we hope it's going to die anyway. Go Mad Bomber! Thank you. Very much appreciated. Yeah, I'll pay the 2 damage tax for that. That's fair. He gets a spare part, but hey. I get board presence. I'm happier with that. We can Mind Vision next turn. Actually, screw it. Mad Bomber is still good here. Statistically, this should work. But, like, don't want to attack... Yeah, I'd want to attack first anyway, because then he'll trade and I've done extra damage. Just in case. Ah, you bastard! Should never have trusted him. Hello. Fancy meeting you here. Alright. He has a Sylvanas. That is a good piece of information. And I now have a Sylvanas, which is even better. Yep, the trade. Mad Bomber, I hate you so much. Okay, so he now has a significant card advantage, which is never good. But we do have some nice stuff in hand, so I suppose it'll be okay. Famous last bloody words. I'm hoping he throws in something like a Dark Cultist here, but he's coining, so it's a 4-drop. I mean, it is kind of value, but he's still going to have something on the board, which is probably going to kill that. But a coin bomb lobber, I think, is still the best play. It's either that or risk the mind games, which I just wouldn't. It's a raptor. It trades. Okay, that's kind of irritating. Spent a coin and 1 extra mana to deal with this nonsense, but hey. It's not the worst thing to ever happen. That's one of the better 2-drops you can get, though. 3-2. It's a good stat line. Best one you get in this millhouse, in most situations. Northshire Cleric. And a Clockwork Gnome. Okay. Well, that's a lot of stuff. I would like an MC Tech. Well, now I wouldn't, but hey. It's a weird weenie deck here. Oh, my other Sylvanas. Great. Alright, well, Knife Juggler's not brilliant, because he just trades the Clockwork Gnome into it. Mind Games is probably the way to go. Let's see what we get. Yeah, I'll take that. It's good. It's good. Trades 2 for 1. Can't complain. If he decides to trade into it. Which he should, because if he doesn't, then I get the Death Rattle, which he should not allow me to have at all. So he still has Sylvanas in hand, that we know. Armor plating up is going to allow him to not trade 2 for 1 into it. He's just going to heal that up. That's fine, we can get it later. And he gets a card out of that. Okay. That's value. For him, anyway. I think we have to play Sylvanas here, don't we, really? Nope, still avoiding MC Tech. Good job I don't actually have MC Tech. Alright, yeah, let's just get Sylvanas on the board. Because ultimately I have 2 Sylvanas, which is unexpected. So, that's always nice. If we can throw down 1 and he over-responds to it, and then we can get another one out, that's even better. So, he'd have to trade his entire board in to kill that, unless he has something better. He might be able to Shadow Word Death it. Okay, so I get a minion out of it, and I waste 1 of his Shadow Word Deaths. Not too bad. Get the 2-1, so I get some card draw, but he also gets a trade that doesn't kill that, so that kind of sucks, but hey. Hello, Stampeding Kodo. You are most welcome today. That is a great thing to have against this board. Lepanome. Alright. We have potential with Knife Juggler. Oh, but Mad Bomber, though. That is a delicious board. Stampeding Kodo is guaranteed value here. Yeah, I think as explosive as Mad Bomber is and amusing as that is, I think we want to go Knife Juggler Stampeding Kodo. That's a better play. Please kill the Zombie Chow. That's good too. Yeah, that's good. I like that. That's a decent enough board. We lose that to the 2-1, which kind of sucks, but what I was hoping for is that we killed the Lepanome with it. That would have been supreme, but we'll deal with what we got. It's going okay. This is going much, much better than last time. I haven't taken too much damage to the face. There's no Hungry Crab. And there's no 9 damage Shielded Kobold Guardian coming to kill me. So there's that. Those are all good things. Those are all things that I like. I can deal with that very much. Hello, Sylvanas. Well, things are about to get very interesting because I have another one of you. We can make things happen. But playing against Sylvanas is still a problem, regardless. Maybe even the... Yeah, he's gonna kill that now, isn't he? Alright. He really wants to keep that damn thing alive. I don't blame him. Now we can't kill the Sylvanas. Well, actually we can. We can Mad Bomber. Yeah, I think we trade and then Mad Bomber here. That's probably the best bet. So, we might kill Sylvanas, we might not. Let's roll the dice! Okay, 1 down. Good. Stop hitting me. That was not a good bomber in really any way whatsoever. So, I would have preferred if that did not suck quite as much as it did, but... we got something out of it, I suppose. We got rid of that Chow, and he'd invested a lot in that Chow. He healed it, he shielded it, he gave it food and water and a warm bed for the night. It's okay. And we at least now have a way of killing his Sylvanas, then dropping our own Sylvanas on the board. So, that's good. How can I Soul Priest? I don't like you. Yep. So, he's not killing us Sylvanas. I don't like that. Alright. Healing me to death. Nothing worse than that, right? Okay. Well, this board is getting worse by the minute. So if we play our own Sylvanas, what ends up happening? He trades his own Sylvanas in, and that's that. We don't want to put too much stuff on the board, but simultaneously we don't want to let him have free reign of it. Piloted Sky Golem is a bad play, because he then trades Sylvanas into it and grabs whatever comes out of it, if I recall correctly. So I think Sylvanas is actually the correct play. I can't think of any, like, outside that, it's either roll the dice on mind games and hope for the best, or play another Sylvanas. And if he trades his Sylvanas into that, at least that's off the board, and I actually get to steal something if he does, so he's probably going to go right for the face. Let's see if he has an answer to the Sylvanas. As if not, I'm going to be grabbing one of... I am a stupid, stupid man. I am a very, very dumb person. He has an Alchemy Soul Priest! Why would you do that? What is wrong with you? Oh, bollocks! Well, this is going terribly. Why would you let him do that? Has an Alchemy. I think that was going to happen regardless of what happened, though, wasn't it? But at least he wouldn't have had a Sylvanas from it. So there's that. Should have played the bloody Sky Golem. And now he's got my other one. Give it back! Oh, no. This has been a rough day. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm dead. What am I even doing? Oh, I am astonishingly stupid. Good lord. Okay, we have to make up for this. This is a disaster. Come on. I know I used all of my luck with the Noxious Best of 5, but we need something out of this. Come on, we're gonna get one win, surely. One win's not out of the realm of possibility, right? Gotta happen. Okay. What do we have? A Mage, alright. Could be a longer fight, could be a significantly more annoying fight. Okay, we've got a Mad Bomber, that's always good. This is actually a pretty good hand. I'm gonna toss the Recombobulator. Don't need that just yet. This is perfect. This is about as good as it gets. Cool. So if he plays a 1-drop, we can go Mad Bomber. If he doesn't, we play the Shadow Boxer, most likely. Seems like the way to go. And he does not. Okay. Shadow Boxer, double Thought Steal. Great against Mage. They usually have some very nice utility cards. Grab yourself a Flame Strike, and Bob is your uncle. Okay. I don't like Shadow Boxer early game. I don't know. There are some situations where it's really good, like this one. This is potentially ideal. So what you do here is you send the Shadow Boxer into that, and then you heal it, which hopefully kills it. It's still a bit of a 50-50, but it's a pretty great trade if it works. And it doesn't. That's not good. Okay. So, we're probably taking 5 damage to the face as a result of that. We're just not getting the rolls today, I suppose. Which is unfortunate, but such is the way of it. Such is the way. Alright. Let's see what he comes up with. And I personally would just put that. I don't know if I'd go... Okay, that's actually a really nice answer from him, so... Oh, he decides to trade it out anyway. I would have actually gone face in that situation, maybe. But, hey, whatever. Okay, so he has a 1-3 on the board, and I have a card advantage, and we're going to get a bigger card advantage. And I'm not going to be feeding him anything. Oh, these both perfect. Absolutely ideal for this situation, so can't really complain. We can throw down a Chillwind Yeti next turn, Azure Drake, or the Bomb Lobber, all sorts of possibilities, so this is not going badly. Would have been going even better if we'd killed the Armani with that move, but whatever. So he will definitely gain some cards from this. There's nothing I can really do to stop that. Actually, he's just going to Arcane Intellect. Alright, cool. That gives me a little bit of a opportunity. He's still probably getting 2 cards out of it, because next turn he'll most likely ping it and then run it into the Chillwind. Do we want to play the Chillwind or the Piloted Shredder? That's very Frostboltable and that isn't, so we're going to put the Yeti out. I think that seems like the best play. Oh. Don't really want to put the Shredder out until I've got an idea of what kind of spells he's got. My concern is that he kills it with a Frostbolt, and then it pops out something which doesn't kill the Acolyte of Pain, then he runs the Acolyte of Pain into it and gets even more value out of it, so... Alright, Fireball in the 4-5. Okay. I can live with that. It's most of his turn, and he can't ping that, which is great, so... This is still going reasonably well. Thinking about Bomb Lobber. It does get rid of it, but I'm thinking Azure Drake is a better bet. So I think we're going to do that. Gets us the card, and it's still an answer to that. And it gets us a recom, which is fantastic. So if we do want to use the Bomb Lobber, then we'll be able to recombobulate it into something a little bit more useful. At least that's the hope. Ideally, what you want to do is Bomb Lobber and then immediately recombobulate, because if you recombobulate on something that's on the board, it puts it back to sleep. So the best thing to do is do it on the same turn when it's asleep anyway. Okay, well, Bomb Lobber is not an answer to Stranglethorn Tiger as much as I wish that it was. That does not count as a spell, so it's not going to be doing 5 damage here. We could think about tossing a few knives in its direction, but I think the first thing we do is get rid of that. Get that out of the way. And then we can think about what we want to do next. Okay, so what are our options? Mind Vision may present us with a solution, but it's not likely. Thinking about what the kind of thing could come out of there, unless I've got a taunt, probably wouldn't be that useful. Blingtron is, again, not a solution. That's a stealth 5-5. You don't really want to be swinging that. Bomb Lobber still does good damage, but then... it's not awful. It does kind of force him to trade it away. Well, let's Mind Vision first. What do we get? Frostbolt. Ugh. Okay, that could be useful, certainly. Alright, I think Bomb Lobber is still the answer here. Because then what he's probably going to do is he's going to throw the Tiger at the 4-3, and then I'm going to recombobulate that next turn. And then we'll see if we can get anything a little bit better out of it. Because I don't have anything that can do 5 damage to it straight up, so I think that's the best answer I'm going to get out of it. Probably getting the 4-3 Frostbolted, though. I don't know, he might Frostbolt the 3-3 and then just trade the 5-1 at the 4-3. That's possible. Which would leave him with, what, 5 mana to do something with? Certainly not out of options. I'm a bit worried that he's not used any polymorphs yet, so I don't really want to play the Ragnaros either. Hoping I can bait some of those out, maybe with a Shredder or something. Well, Flame Strike is certainly an answer. Thankfully, we do have Mad Bomber, so we'll be able to get rid of that thing, hopefully. Take 5 to the face, which sucks. But the Tiger is dead, so that's not too bad either. Is now the time for Blingtron? I don't think so. I think Piloted Shredder is a better way to go here. I don't really want to hand him a weapon that he can immediately use to kill the stuff that I have on the board. I'd rather use the Blingtron when he has something on the board so I can hit it. Okay, there's a Frostbolt going out. That was the one that he had. One-Eyed Cheat. Alright, that's interesting, and is going to die immediately, so that sucks. One-Eyed Cheat is not the best thing that you could get out of that. And there's the ping going out to kill a One-Eyed Cheat. And I hate life. Alright, well, never mind. Could be worse. There's our other recombobulator. So now might be a time for a Blingtron. Blingtron is probably a good way to handle this here. What do we get? Oh, and the Gore Howl. Delicious. Could not be better. What a wonderful situation. And then we just recombobulate the Blingtron and we get... a minor upgrade. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. There's surprisingly few, like, just really good statted 5-drops. A lot of them just have a lot of cool battle cries, I've noticed. It's like, what is the Boulder Fist Ogre equivalent of a 5-drop? I'm actually trying to think of it, and I can't come up with one. I mean, obviously you get, like, a 5-5 Tiger. That's pretty good. But a lot of the stuff that you do get out of it is usually something with a battle cry or some other kind of secondary effect. So it's not ideal. You can often get nasty things where you end up pulling the Druid of the Claw, but in its regular Druid form, so it's not really that good. Alright. Well, we still have a board, and it doesn't look like he has another Flame Strike, otherwise he'd be dropping that immediately, so this is not terrible. And we got the Gore Howl, so we can't complain about that, can we? What spells are he going to throw out now? If he throws out the Polymorph, I might think about Ragnaros next turn. I don't know if I'd Polymorph a 4-4, though. It's got to have a better solution than that, surely. I'm thinking of recombobulating it again. We'll see. Whatever the case, this is going pretty well. Come on, make your mind up. What do you got? You gotta have something. He doesn't want to play any minion because I've got this thing. I wouldn't blame him. Well, that is one minion I do not want to hit in the face at all. Alright, well, that makes things interesting, doesn't it? Okay, so we've got this Frostbolt. I can't use Mind Control tech here. Ragnaros is a decent possibility. 50-50 on killing the Boulder Fist. I like those odds. I do like those odds quite a lot. Alright. I'm going to take those odds. I'm tempted to Gore Howl his face, but I'm not going to do that. Alright, 50-50. Come on, Rag. Thank you. There we go. Luck is starting to come back into my favor now. He'll probably polymorph it, but we killed the 6-7 with it, so I'm happy with that. We didn't really have another efficient answer. There's the polymorph. We knew it was coming. But we got value out of it, and that's the most important thing. And we still have a board, which he has yet to kill. Although he is working on it, as you can see. So that's another recombobulated bite in the dust there. You know, we could... Oh, Fireball as well. Wow, he really wants this thing dead. He is clearing the board with every annoying magey thing he possibly has. Alright, okay. Alright, well... I mean, we got Sneeds here, and we got Knife Juggler, so I'm going to put both of them out. Here we go. You can have a knife. If you want to take a swing at that, that's fine. I got Sneeds on the board, and things are looking very interesting. Do you have a second polymorph? Here's hoping he does not, because that's, like, my last big value creature. I would be very unhappy if he had another polymorph right now. He has 13 cards in his deck, 5 in his hand. Stats are in my favor. Let's hope he doesn't have another one. And the cool thing about that is Recombobulator could be used if we end up getting a crappy legendary out of it. So this is pretty good regardless of what happens. Next turn we can Thought Steal, get some other nice magey things. And because they're mage, they're all overpowered, so we can't possibly get a bad card. Yeah. Things are finally starting to swing in our favor. Arcane Intellect. He's fishing for the polymorph, isn't he? Let's hope he doesn't get it. He's got it. Nope. No, he doesn't. He's got Mirror Image. Alright. Well, that's irritating, but hey. It's not the worst thing to ever happen. Always with the 3. Okay. Mind Games? It's not a terrible idea. Let's see what we get. Anything fun? 4-4. Not bad. Almost gives us a solution to that. Almost. You know, there's a 33% chance that we can kill that thing. Actually, it's even better than that. We can do even better than that. I don't know, it's... So, I'm thinking Shadowboxer here, basically. Frostbolt for 4, Shadowboxer 50-50 chance of killing the Chillwind. Alternatively, this is a 100% chance of killing the Chillwind if I get rid of that. But I do take 4 damage in the process, which puts me dangerously in lethal range. So, I think we'll go with my approach, which is maybe a little bit more random, but... I trust. Let's see if I'm right to trust. Let's do the heal first, because we might recom instead if this doesn't hit. Damn. Well, freezing it's still not awful, and we'll probably be able to kill it next turn with the Shadowboxer. So, let's just freeze it and make sure it can't do anything. Alright. Oh, I've not had a lot of Shadowboxer luck, but I'm confident that next turn Shadowboxer will do the job. Okay, well if he Flame Strikes this, I still have Sneeds, and I still have my axe, so... And that's most of his turn gone if he does. What's he got? I just don't want to take any more real face damage at this point. Because if I do that, then we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Okay. Still with the 3 minions. Tink Master, hello. Okay. You might be useful. Alright, well, I think we just start bashing things here, don't we? I really don't want to take that extra damage. Let's Thought Steal first, see what we get. Thalnos, and we don't have a spell. Alright, if I had that last turn, that would have been beastly. Okay. So Shadowboxer's not really helpful here. If it hits that, I can trade that into that, and then that into that. And then use this to kill that. I do that anyway. Increase the chance. Let's give it a shot. Alright, Shadowboxer, do your work. Oh, my God. You are unreliable, I have to say. Well, I'm up to 20 now, so I think I can afford to take another swing. 15's pretty safe. I'm fairly happy with that. And then we can get this board out of the way. Don't really want to overdo it. I'm still thinking about Recombobulator on maybe the Azure Drake now. Maybe get something a little bit better out of it. We can throw down the Thalnos. Yeah, let's not overdo it. He's got another Flame Strike, so let's not throw down anything else. The thing which... Yeah, there it is. Okay, I'm fine with that. Oh my! Hello! You are more than welcome. Very interesting. And that's GG. There was a Hydra in the Shredder. That is an unexpected turn of events. Lovely. Just lovely. Absolutely phenomenal. Alright, I'm feeling good after that one. That was a lot better. Let's see if we can repeat that. We've had a few messy but hilarious games, you have to admit. As long as it's a good loss, I don't really mind. I think when it's a nasty loss, when you just feel hopeless, that's depressing. When you get eaten by a wind-furied crab, that's pretty funny. Alright, Mind Vision, good, good, good. Double Mind Games. We'll hold on to one of the Mind Games, toss the other two. Let's see what we get. Hopefully something a bit better. Mad Bomber, always nice to have early on. We do like that very much. Alright. Let us put our fate once again in the hands of the Dice God and give him glorious rolls for his, well, glory. Didn't quite think that one through. Well, the usual play applies. Mind Vision on turn 1 if he has no play. Mad Bomber if he does. Admittedly, a lot of turn 1 priests will be dropping something like a Northshire. So the Mad Bomber, like that for instance. So, if we Mad Bomber here, we're pretty much guaranteeing him a card, but simultaneously we're almost guaranteeing the death of the Cleric. So, it's not the worst thing to ever happen. If we get really lucky, which we absolutely did not, you know, the best thing to have happen is to miss the Cleric. But no, Scumbag Bomber's not going to do that. He's going to make you think, alright, I'll take the 3 hits to the face rather than give him a card. But no, not getting that. So, basically, he does kind of sink his turn into it, but he does get a card, and I take 1 damage, but I get to kill that and maintain board control, so it's not the worst thing ever. In fact, I'm thinking we might even recombobulate that. No. It's a 3-1. What's it going to recombobulate into? Probably something pretty rubbish. Let's not do that. Could heal it for 1 damage. Oh, a Shrinkmeister. Okay. That could be handy. If he plays something here, then I could play the Shrinkmeister, hopefully reduce it down to 0 attack, and hey, my Mad Bomber might even get more value. That's... okay. That might work. We don't really have a turn 3 play other than heal the bomber or heal the face. But unfortunately, Shrinkmeister... Why? I mean, that... It just dies. Why would you... I don't understand. I don't really... No, that doesn't make a great degree of sense. Okay. Well, I mean, thanks for the free creature. But... that was a bit of an odd play. It's like almost like he's trying to buy time for something insane later on, but I don't know. I think maybe I'm overthinking it. Well, it's going to be Mind Games next turn by the looks of it. We can't play Bomb Lobber as of yet. There might be a Shrinkmaster play in there somewhere, but it's possible. If he drops something with 3 attack, what I can do is I can Shrinkmeister, then heal that and get the trade. Like this, for instance, because this does nothing. So, we might as well take the opportunity for the flashy play. Thank him for his participation. There we go. Shrink it down to 1, heal this, and then batter it. Great. Well, so far, so good. Nothing to complain about yet. We still have these 2 Recombobulators in hand and a Bomb Lobber, which is lovely. So Bomb Lobber next turn if he plays anything scary. Maybe trade the 3-1 into it if it's anything super scary. So far, so pretty damn good. There's the Holy Nova. Alright, fine. Not too worried about that. Pilot and Shredder is probably a good way to go here. You know, I should probably put Alarma Bots in this deck, just for fun. Admittedly, it's a pretty bad deck to put them in. A lot of these are random battle cries, so you really don't want Alarma Bots. It's actually pretty bad. There's a lot of other things you can do with the Randuin concept with GVG. You could throw in like a bunch of spare part stuff, because that's all random. Hello, Starlig. Right, well, I mean, we kill you instantly with Bomb Lobber. I'm just a bit concerned if you have Fugan as a backup. So let's just hope that he doesn't. I mean, there's still like 20 cards in his deck, so the chance of him also having Fugan, pretty minimal. Hoping to draw into my Tinkmaster, though, if he's running both of those. Otherwise, I'm in a lot of trouble. Light of Naru, okay. That gets him something that is going to get buffed. I'll probably put the 4-3 into it, and then recombobulator on the 3-3. That seems like the way to go. Let's have a look and see what we get. What do we got? Ooh, that is delicious. That is pretty good for this situation. Oh, we're going to have 3 things on the board, and one of them's this scary... And an Annoyatron! Hello! Hello, hello. And here's the thing. Mind games not affected by the Venture Code debuff. Oh! It's delicious. This priest is so unhappy right now. And rightfully so. He's probably got a mind control at 10, but hell, at this rate, we might murder him before that. Oh, that's gonna sting. It's still gonna sting. It's still a 5-7. You can't mess with it. You can try. It's still a 5-7. And I could recom it. I can... Oh, he's doubling the health. Damn. Okay, I'm gonna... It's fine. I'll put that into it. I can recombobulate it. Alright, so... Or I... No. This is better value. So if I can use the shield on the Annoyatron, hit that, and then recom. That's value, right? Yeah, that's even better. Let's see what we get. Oh! I will damn right put my faith in the light after that one. Someone is looking out for me. Look at this. This is quite the experience. I'm enjoying myself greatly. I imagine the feeling is not mutual. Not at all. Oh dear. Yeah, so you're going to be going back to the junk heap very shortly. That I can guarantee. A Mind Blast. Well, that's terrifying. Alright. I don't even mind that I have this ridiculous debuff on me right now. The amount of damage I have on the board is quite frankly obscene. Hello, Tinkmaster. You might be useful later. Alright. I don't... Did I use both my recombobulators? I did, didn't I? So, the anti-heal bot recom play is also pretty good, but not in this case. Well, I think the best option is... Kill it with that. Go for the face with everything we bloody well got. There we go. I think I'll just play the anti-heal bot now while I still can. There's nothing on the board. Might as well heal up. And it's very expensive, so it's not like I've got a lot of options. Can't play Sneeds. He's been very sad there at 11 mana. Never mind. That is going to make things a little trickier, but we do have a Tinkmaster. The thing is, that's not really an answer here. Okay, well, he's going to get the sword one way or the other, isn't he? So I think now is the time that we just go for him. Do we trade the 7-6 in, give him the sword, and then go for his face? I think we've got to right now. I'd rather get rid of the debuff so I can start flooding the board at this point. Let's get Sneeds out. There we go. And here's the thing. Yes, of course, he does have Ashbringer, but I do have a Annoyatron in the way, so there is that. Mad Bomber's probably a bad idea here. Okay, so, I mean, it could be worse. Even if he MCs Sneeds, it's not the worst thing to ever happen. Prophet Velen. Alright. Okay. Haven't seen you in a long time. That is interesting. He does have this Ashbringer, which is going to be annoying. So how much damage have we got? 511. Okay. Can I kill him? We could throw a lot of bombs and hope for the best. Are we going to do that? Of course we are. That's the most fun play. So let us unleash a torrent of bombs in his general direction. We need to hit him 4 times. Okay, 1. Alright, it's not bad. Okay. Let's get... We should have played the Knife Juggler first, actually. We'll play him now. We've got an extra knife possibility here. Alright. More bombers. This is statistically stupid, and I don't know why I'm doing it. Oh, we got one more hit. Where's the knife going? To the face. Alright. He's on 1. This is not looking great for him. He's going to heal himself up to 5, though. I still have a big board. Unless he can somehow wipe this board, I think I'm in a good spot. Damn, if I'd played the... I don't know, actually, if I'd played the Juggler, it would have been an extra bomb target, so I probably would have actually hit him even less. Is he going to heal his Velen or heal himself? Well, I don't think it's going to help either way, is it, really? He's still pretty dead. Well, Ashbringer is not going to save him. What do you got? Do you have an answer? No, that's not an answer. Do you have an answer? The answer is no. That doesn't really count as an answer. You're dead, mate. Very, very dead. If you're going to BM, so will I. Blingtron, Eaglehorn, bow, and a knife. Gotta love it. Hey. Alright. That makes up for the Hungry Crab game, almost. There you go. So that's my new variant on Randuin. It's pretty fun. It's actually not an awful deck at times. It has its moments. So many more ideas. There's a lot of decks that we can update now thanks to Goblins versus Gnomes. I've got this Wind Fury deck right here. Let's play one game of that, just for the sake of it. I'm just going to tack it on as a bonus game at the end. This is Fury of the Winds 2, which I'm tempted to call Break Like the Wind in a wonderful tribute to Spinal Tap. But this is a Wind Fury deck. It's very aggressive. It uses some cards, obviously, that you don't really see played a lot, like Flying Machine. And it's pretty fun if you can make the combos work. Unfortunately, we just ran into a... I'm sorry, this is a 500-win Warlock at rank 19, so please do not tell me that you don't believe this guy is smurfing his heart out. Okay. Dust Devil. Dust Devil opening is not awful. Whirling Zap-O-Matic. Now, that's a nice card. Alright. Unfortunately, we won't be able to play it. I'm tempted not even to play Dust Devil, because we won't have a turn 2 if we do play it. But I'm going to play Dust Devil, because I'm not going to be able to play it any other bloody time, am I? This is when it gets Mortal Coiled and I cry because I've got no turn 2. Dust Devil's good if you've got the coin, because you can coin out of the overload and you can play another one. But it looks like we're getting away with it, which is pretty cool. Can't complain about that. Might even get away with it again, which would be amazing. Heck, if I can drop Flame Tongue, that's suddenly 10 damage. You've got to worry about that. Dust Devil unanswered is ridiculous, but he pulls the Mortal Coil. But I get 6 damage out of it, so it's not bad. And now we can play the Whirling Zap-O-Matic, which is a better Wind Fury card, which is a lot easier to do something with than the Dust Devil is. No Overload, which is ridiculous. Wind Fury 3-2, very strong. But he has a Shadow Bolt. Okay. Are all his cards golden? Am I literally playing against a golden Warlock with all golden cards at rank 19? Is he that disgusting a smurf? It is possible. All these answers and more coming soon after the commercial break. Who is this guy? Implosion. He really does have an answer to everything, doesn't he? What a silly, silly man. Okay. Doomhammer. Rockbiter. That's a way to go. Let's get the Doomhammer out. Let's start swinging in. And then next turn, we can throw the Rockbiter down it and do 10 damage to the bastard. Let's see if he's got an answer to that. Hopefully we pull the second Rockbiter. That'll be even better. Lovely 16 damage to the face of a Warlock. We can kill him before he pulls Jiraxis out. Oh, dear. Okay. That's scary. Alright, if we're going to damage race him, let's bloody well do it. Okay. Yep, we're going to throw the Rockbiter down. We're going for the face here. This is an aggro deck. You have to go for the face. You got to be super aggressive with it. Do as much damage as you can. Beat the snot out of this fellow. Admittedly, we've now lost board control, so I'm hoping to get another Rockbiter. I don't think I have anything else that can actually buff my weapon. That would be cool. There's not really much you can get that buffs weapons. There's like Captain Greenskin, and that's about it. Oh, that's gonna suck. Okay. Now I've thoroughly lost board control, and he's about to trade that imp into my Worgen and make me cry. And there's a giant, which I can't answer. So there's that. Tell me again why this almost entirely gold 500-win Warlock is rank 19. Please explain this to me. Alright, well, I have no good answers to this. I have somehow got to break his defenses and kill him before things get too out of hand, which is not likely to happen. He's going to hit me again for 8. Hoping he has no more removal, and I might be able to pull this off yet. It is feasible. But he does! Of course he does! He has every answer. It's gold as well. Well, so ends Fury of the Winds, doesn't it? What's he throwing down now? Please don't be a Twilight Drake. How delicious. Okay. Well, we're dead, boys. I'm sorry. I hope you enjoy your rank 19 500 win all gold experience. I hope that's fulfilling for you. All right, folks, there you go. There's a little taste of Fury of the Winds, which we might do another video on that one. I think we probably will, because it is a very fun deck if you can pull the combos off. My name's been TotalBiscuit. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time.